Hi guys, welcome back. Today I am making tags, and this is a file folder. So what I do, I am going to just tear it right apart. You don't have to tear it, you can cut it. But for me, it gives me a satisfaction ripping things, so I tear them apart. And then I am going to take a napkin, and I am starting another nature themed floral journal. So I'm going to go with this one. Let me get a scissors here. And I'm going to cut this one like so. I'm just going to take what I know I will use. And I'm going to take these two corners here. And these will be journal cards, or tucks, or pockets, or something. And that's the good thing about it. You don't have to decide what you're going to use it for until you get there. And I have this horribly ugly napkin here. So I am going to take a piece of this. And even though this is a really ugly napkin, are you looking at this? Can you see what I'm seeing? I see a tag right here by itself, and then I put this down the middle and I have two more tags. So, win-win. But I couldn't think of anything else I would use this in. I just did not like it. And you know, when you're in sales on here, it's like 5 for X amount of dollars or so. And everything looks different on camera. And when you get it. So when I got this one, I thought, oh, I don't know what I'll ever use that for. So let's see. I know this is more than one ply, even though it's kind of quilted. I'm going to have trouble tearing this one apart. So I'm getting tape out. I'm just going to go ahead and do the tape method just to make it go faster. Is it only 2 ply? Wow. Looks like it. Let's make sure, since I have another piece of this, I can. Oop. There you go. There is another piece in there. Now this part you do want to go a little careful. Because you don't want to rip your napkin. And I know you all know how to do this. You've been doing it for years. But for the new guys out here watching, this is how you do it easy. And then I'm going to take this one and do the same thing. Come on, you still have sticky on you. I can feel you. You also have more of that napkin stuck to you than you should, so it might not work. I have to pull another piece. Let's try it this way. Nope, that's just taking the tape off. Oh, come on, tear, will you? Okay, don't even say you don't. I know we all talk to our work. Don't we? Am I the only one? Can't be. Come on. Come on. Come on up here. Work with me. Come on. There we go. Got a little tear. Is there another ply on there to come up? Ah! Almost. Come on. Nope, there isn't. So now I know to use this one, and we do one time. Come on, do it again. You can do it. You got one more left in you. Come on. Well, oh, I did get a little tear. There you go. So this is only a 2-ply. Very slowly. And I'll make more of the same one. I'm just going to do these two right now on camera. Now, a lot of people use glue stick, and that's fine. If that's what you like, that's fine. A lot of people don't want any wrinkles in there. And, you know, it's up to you what you want and what you like. So I use Mod Podge. And I don't cover the entire bottom, but I make sure it's a smooth bottom. Because you don't need all that. You don't need to glue the entire bottom down. Just put it down as smoothly as you can. And then you take your Mod Podge, work in the center first. Very light-handedly. Very, very light-handedly. Work toward the outside. But a lot of people don't want any wrinkles in theirs. I don't mind them. To me, it gives it the homemade look. So I like a few little wrinkles. Sometimes they're real wrinkly. It just all depends on luck of the draw with me. You want to make sure you get all air bubbles out though, because if you don't, it's not going to stick once it's dried and you go to cut it and use it. And I just use old paint brushes for this part. I use old paint brushes for everything. Always work from the center down, and when you get to your edges, you want to make sure you put a very good coat around the edge, because once that pops loose, the whole thing pops loose. If it does pop loose, you can always come back with a glue stick and fix it. Now, as you notice, I'm putting a light coat of Mod Podge on here too. You don't have to go heavy. It's a tissue. It's going to seep through and it's going to glue it to the paper. So, I mean, you're wasting glue really to glue everything down and then re-glue the top. You're just wasting glue. And I know some people just do a glue stick and put it down and don't go back over the top. But I like the Mod Podge effect because it makes it thicker, makes it more sturdy. And I like the look. But again, each person, you know, has their own way of doing things. And this is actual Mod Podge I'm using up. But for you new beginners out here, if you want to make your own, just use 2 parts any glue, like Elmer School Glue even works, and 1 part water. It's best to make it up in a jar with an airtight lid, because glue will sour. And if you've never smelled it, plus it will harden if you don't have a airtight lid on it. Let's see. Make sure I have all of my corners glued, I'm going to go around the outside of it one more time, just to make sure everything is glued down. And I'm going to chase it now because it wants to dance with me. And this is to use up the huge stash of napkins I had. I can't get on to do a sale. Let's see, today's Saturday when I'm filming this. I'm having surgery Monday. And I don't think I'll be laid up that long. I really don't. It's a matter. But, you know, I just can't do a sale right now. I just can't get to doing it. I've got a lot of stuff boxed up. I've got a lot of stuff bagged. I've got a lot of stuff priced. I just got a lot of stuff going on. So I just haven't been able to. There's been a few days when I said, okay, I'm going to do a sale, and maybe it's just me, but I just feel bad doing it now. I mean, there's so many people that don't have jobs or don't have necessities and don't know if they're going to have enough food to last through this, that I just feel bad personally. So that's why I haven't been selling, to tell you the truth. I've started a few times. And I wanted to come on this weekend and just do a napkin sale just to get rid of them. And I finally just said, you know what, Kathy? No, it's just not something I can do. You know, there's nothing against those who are doing it, because there's a lot of people that go to them. I go to them. If I see something I think that I can use in a project, I'll go ahead and pick it up. But right now, y'all know me, I'm tender-hearted. I would end up giving it away to somebody, because it says I'd love to have it, but my husband's out of work. I'm like, oh, I can't take it here. You can have it. So, yeah. Okay, I did these two. And I'm letting that other one dry. And I did two of these. And this is dry. This was not so much all the way. So I'm going to pause you here, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, all of these are dry, and I went ahead and cut them out. Now I'm going to decide what I want to use each one for. This one, I know I want this part to be a tag. So I have to decide how wide I want this tag to be. I'm going to turn it this way for a minute so I can kind of eyeball it. I want it this far. Yeah, I do. Alright, I'm going to come this far with it, and I'm going to put a mark here. And then I want it to go down to the top of this apple at least. So that's going to be my tag. Then I'm going to have a pocket here and a tuck spot here. So I'm getting 3 pieces out of this one napkin. Now let me see with this one. Okay, I want the tag. I want to make sure I get his beak, so I'm going to come right here. And I want the nest as well, so this is going to be a taller tag. I'm going to come to this mark right here. So I'll have a I have a tag, I'll have a tuck spot, and then I'll have a small little tuck spot at the bottom. Okay. These two are marked. This one, I think, I'm thinking of making 2 tags out of this one. And making it to here. And then I want to take a lot of this white out of it, so I'm going to bring it to here and to here. Yeah, I think that'll work. This one I'm going to leave. I'm going to use this as like a tuck spot. This one I'm going to turn into tags. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that wide enough? Yes, wide enough. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm getting 4 tags out of this one. And this one, I know I want this edge to be a tag. I want a pocket for this tag that will go with this. So I'm going to turn it. And let's go below this blue. And then I'll have this section up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's not bad. Maybe I'll bring this line. No, I don't want to cut that flower off. Okay, we'll see how it turns out. I'll be right back again. Okay, for the sake of finishing the video, basically I've got the same thing from all of them except for 2. I turned all into tags. But these will be 2 tuck spots that will go on the edges of the paper, and I have a left side and a right side. This can be a belly band, or it can be a bottom little tuck tag pocket, and this is going to be a journal card that I could put in here if I use it as a belly band. These 2 are going to be tags. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of ephemera from one little corner of a napkin. I'm going to ink it up first. Always ink first, always. Sometimes I do forget. So I'm going to put my, what am I using? I got Vintage Photo. And I'm just going to put the ink on there because personally, you don't have to do this. I like it. I think it just makes it stand out more. If you don't have this, you can use a regular crayon. You can use an eyebrow pencil. You can use eyeshadow. You can use shoe polish. Whatever you have, if you want to do it. But you don't have to do it. It's up to each person. So that's inked on the front. Let's do the back. And I just put a little thin line. Sometimes I mess up and put bigger, but I try to keep a little thin line just so that it's the outline. And the reason I'm doing these on camera to finish it up is these were the first 2. This was the first page is dry. So I wanted to just go ahead and give the others a little bit more dry time because they were a little more difficult to cut. This one's sliced like butter. And I use my guillotine cutter, but use what you have, guys. It doesn't matter. You can use the little board with the dowel on it. They do cut through the napkins and do not tear them if you let them get completely dry. If they're not completely dry, if they're the least bit damp or sticky, make sure it's not sticky when you go to use it in there. If they are, they're going to tear. They're not set, they're not ready. And I set mine in front of a fan. I could have used a heat gun on it, but I didn't even get it out, so. Okay. Because I have this bird here, and because I will have a tuck spot here, I am going to put my little tab right here. I'm going to put it right on the corner. Plus, I didn't cut right on the red line, so let me see. I want this little piece of lace here. And then I want another one for that one. And what I'm going to do here, because this is like a whitish cream, but it's not quite the color I want it, I'm going to put it on a book page. And I'm going to ink it up a little, just vintage it up a tiny bit. Give it some color. That's good. Plus it makes the definition in it stick out more. And you don't have to use Distress ink. You can use any ink at all. Now, one thing about these also, this ink, this Distress ink from Tim Holtz is water soluble. So you want to make sure it is completely dry or your ink can run across it. And it'll just totally mess up the whole thing. If you use an archival ink, you can put it on there wet. If you're using just off-brand ink, wait for it to be completely and totally dry. Okay, and you know it's funny, but this Distress ink, it kind of varies. I've used some that just it runs if it's the least bit damp or the least bit sticky, and then turn around, pick up the next piece, and use a different brand of, use different color of it, and it doesn't run at all. So, go figure. So, how long do I want this to be? I'll put this right about like so, right above the nest. Do I want it behind? I think I'm just glue it both behind. Yeah, I like it better like that. Let me put some. I'm using fabric tack because it's easier when you're doing fabric to paper. It holds better. Diamond art glitter glue. The art glitter glue will work. However, you have to hold it for a while. This just grabs, so make sure you have it where you want it when you put it down, because it will grab it. And you see I've got some squeezing out here, so I'll take a little extra piece of the napkin and just kind of blot it off. And this stuff does string, so try not to get too much of it. Just need something else. I'm going to use one of B-Ma's little butterflies that I got from her sale and put it right there. Come on, Dot, come out. Come on, work with me here. Stop stringing on me. And there you have the finished tag. I'm not going to do anything else to it. I like it right like this. And for my nature journals, I do like to keep them very simple. Now for this one, I'm coming off of this corner. And you don't need a lot of this, just a dot. If you're lucky, you get just a dot. Sometimes you don't. And this will be a tuck spot, so I'm going to bring it right about so. And I think what I'm going to do with both of these, yeah, I'm going to machine stitch around it as well. And I like to do that with my stuff. I just have gotten in the habit of it. But now I need to let the glue set and completely dry before I can do that. So I hope this gave you some ideas. I hope, you know, you don't have to have a file folder. If you have some old cardstock, if you have some thicker junk mail that comes in, like the advertisements, like, you know, we get these things that come in, they're pretty thick. You can cover this with book pages or anything you want to, and then put your napkin down, and it looks really cool with it showing through the napkin. So, I want to put something there because I didn't cut on that line to get that red dot. That was cute. No, I don't think a wiggly eye would look good. I don't want anything too big. I don't want anything too fancy. Let me check which button do I like best. I like the little one. So I'm going to put this little button right here. Right in the corner. And call it done. Now if I decide to put any decoration on these other than sewing around them, it won't be until I actually get to put them in the journal, because I want it to be uniform with the pages I'm using and so forth. Alright guys, I hope this gave you some ideas. I hope to see you making some, and let's bust our stashes together. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.